Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
This is your live. Kie Willis, Wheezy, MF, Kie Official Willis is here in the building with me, your boy Captain Planet Livewire, aka Tim Shieff.
Where did Captain Planet come from?
I'm just like...
Is it a new thing you're instigating?
Yeah, this isn't my interview, this is your interview. Where did Wheezy come from?
I'm flipping it back.
Where did Wheezy come from?
Wheezy came from...
Lil Wayne, no.
No, it came from Air Whip competition last weekend. And Anan and Jason just all decided to call me Wheezy. And then the Americans liked it as well.
Of course the Americans did.
Apparently I'm Wheezy.
So, Kie, let's go back to the start. To the beginning, before parkour, what did you do? Did you skateboard? You skateboarded, right?
Yeah, like I lived in a really small town, like really small town called Glastonbury.
Good place.
And me and like a few of my friends did like skateboarding, and then on the summer holidays we'd like, my dad lived in Devon, so we'd like go to Devon, and then we'd go down to Cornwall, go surfing quite a lot and stuff like that.
Sick.
Did a lot of mountain biking, a lot of road biking. Then in school I was doing like a lot of athletics and stuff like that. I remember the last sports day, so it was like year 10, so I was like 15 or whatever. My tutor group, none of them could be bothered to compete in sports day apart from like one other guy.
Yeah.
So I did, I think it was like 14 out of the 15 events.
For your team?
For my tutor, yeah, for my group, so.
How did you do in them?
I think I won like a few of the athletics events, like a few of the running events. I think I won discus as well, maybe.
Sick.
Just random, yeah.
Nice. And then when did you discover parkour? Was that around then?
Discovered parkour when I was 16, so my last year of like normal school.
Okay.
Like secondary school to English people. What do they call it in America?
High school?
No, high school is college. It's a junior school. I don't know. But yeah, I was 16. I found, so there was that documentary, Jump Britain.
Yep, you saw that?
Yeah, well, I didn't see that. That's the whole thing.
That was later on.
Yeah, so I didn't have a TV when I was a kid.
Because I didn't eat meat, did you?
I still didn't eat meat, which is now changed.
It's changed. That's cool.
It's all about the meat, boys. Don't listen to this one. Anyway,
Jump Britain, you didn't see it because you didn't have a TV. What a cool way to grow up without a TV.
Yeah, I grew up without a TV.
That's pretty awesome.
And then, I came into school like the next day after Jump Britain was shown. And I obviously hadn't seen it because I didn't have a TV. My friends were all like ranting about it and stuff like that. I didn't have a fucking clue what they were on about. But then they were like trying to describe it to me and stuff like that. So we like started jumping down some of the stairs in school. And then I think later that day, like the school banned it. I don't think anybody got hurt or anything like that, but I think they're afraid of someone like breaking an arm or something like that.
Oh, they banned parkour?
So they banned parkour straight away, in the school. So we couldn't jump out in the school anymore. And we went out that night as well. And I did like a cat leap between these two walls that me and my friends thought was sick, and it was like maybe like a meter gap or something like that. We just like, that's so nice, that's so nice. Yeah, Glastonbury was such a small town as well, so there wasn't really much places to train there anyway, so it's like make the most with what you have.
How long before you got into urban freeflow?
Okay, how did this start?
You trained with Pip, right?
Yeah, okay, so like what happened was, for the first 2 years of training, it was just me and like 3 other mates, and then like a few other guys that came and went like training in Glastonbury. Like 2 of the guys were the twins, Boris and Jack, you might remember.
Okay, I don't remember.
No, they're like, they don't really train anymore, but now they're like well into filming and stuff like that. They're quite big in media. And that was always what they were going to go through anyway, so it's cool. And then this other guy called Duncan, who I went to school with. And we were like training a lot, and we were getting like used to training with each other. And we were quite good at pushing each other's level, and then we got bored of Glastonbury after 2 years. Like we were just jumping off roofs. Like we didn't really have a clue what we were doing, like all the stuff we were learning from YouTube videos. So we decided to like go out of the town a bit, and we went to Bristol. Was the first place we went outside of Glastonbury to train. To like, there was a local gathering there every Saturday. And we met up with a load of local freerunners there, and one of them was this guy, Pip, from Taunton, who was like local to us as well. And we met him there. Had like a 6 days training, went to this park where there was like sand and stuff like that, like learned some somersaults. Well, I didn't, because I couldn't do any, but they learned some somersaults. And then we just like got really close with Pip, ended up going to train with him in Taunton quite a few times. Like we stayed at his house and got in bit of trouble as well with some of the police in Taunton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What for?
And also Jack broke Pip's door as well, like broke it completely off the hinges. I can't even remember how that happened. I just remember him walking through the house, holding the door, going up to Pip's mum going like, I'm really sorry, but I just broke your door off the hinges. And it being quite funny at the time, so I guess, Bev, thank you for that. So then, yeah, we saw that UF was starting to do sponsorship with kids and stuff. We were like, yes, this looks sick. And we went online and we were like looking at all the athletes and stuff like that, because we didn't ever really bother with like looking at, we didn't know who anybody was in the community or anything like that. So that's when we started like joining forums and stuff like that and looking into people. And I remember I was looking at you and looking at your profile picture and being like, oh, some fat American kids in the UF, then it must be easy to get in. Because you had like this chubby profile image.
Yeah, and I had American flag because I was born there,
well.
so he just rinsed that.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got an American athlete, yeah.
So yeah, we thought that was hilarious. We're like, fat American. And then we actually looked up and your videos were sick, we were like, maybe. Yeah, so yeah, he put this sponsorship thing out. And me and Pip were like, yeah, we're both gonna go for this. So I was the first one to finish my video and I put it up. And I like got in, I was pretty chuffed with that.
I think I remember your video. Was it a big dive Kong?
Yeah, there's a big level dive Kong in Bristol.
Level dive Kong in Bristol, yeah.
And then I'd like a massive drop one as well.
Did you bail in that? Or was that later on I saw a
Later on was a bail, yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
So yeah, I made that video, I got in, and then...
Was that on your channel?
No, it's not. And then, yeah, it was like Pip's video was finished like, I think a week or two afterwards.
Were you playing guitar at the start of your video?
No.
When was that?
Those videos no longer exist.
But you were, I swear that was like a submission video.
No.
What was that for?
That was just some random videos that I made for a girl I was seeing at the time, of me playing guitar and singing.
That's all right.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. And then, so you got into Urban Freeflow, then you started, did you do any professional jobs with them? Where did you
travel? So that was the thing, is like I had an unconditional place for university to go to North Wales, to Bangor, to do sports science.
Okay.
And then UF got us this job. Like it was the end of the college year, like the beginning of September.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was out in Ireland for 4 weeks touring with Vodafone. And it was me, Pip, Jan and Neil.
Oh, I remember.
We earned like we earned a reasonable amount of money for that amount of time. I was just like, Jesus, like maybe I can make a career out of this. So I like spoke to my dad. I was like, look, I really like what I'm doing. I really want to try really hard to make a career out of this. And he was like fully backing me. My mum, not so much. She was pretty pissed at me that I wasn't going to go to uni.
Yeah. That's good that your dad supported you though.
Yeah, like my dad was in there straight away. He was like, look, you can go to uni at any point in your life. Like, you might as well, if you're passionate about this, you know, do it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
They started making it, and then you went to Dubai. Was that shortly after that?
That was like a year or so after that, I think. Yeah, we went to Dubai, like the whole of UF.
Yeah.
That was a pretty messed up trip.
Urban Freeflow is UF, sorry about that.
Yeah.
That was a pretty crazy trip. And then I left Urban Freeflow in 2009. I think you remained in them for a while.
Yeah, I stayed with them for a while. Like, I felt like I knew there was a lot of bad press about UF and stuff like that. At the end of the day, like Easy started my career, so like without him I wouldn't have had a career. So I kind of felt like a real I don't know, attachment to the brand and stuff like that. Like I was really grateful for everything that he had done for me. Yeah. Even if I don't know what bad things he's done to other people and stuff.
But
like
I
that.
agree. We owed him something. Without him we wouldn't have even had that. But it was the fact that he was taking, like, to be 18 and get paid a decent amount of money and travel the world is amazing. Like, you're not gonna really, even if the guy's taking a ridiculous cut of money, you're not gonna say no, even if you know that's happening, because they can give the job to someone else. So you stuck with it for a bit. Till when? 2010, 2011, do you remember?
I can't really remember.
Probably 2011 at least.
No, I think it was even 2012. I was still kind of in there, yeah. Like, it's just kind of like faded out. Like, if he needed me to work for him, then I'd work for him, but I wouldn't really represent the brand so much because there was so much bad press. It was like, it was negative for my image to...
Within the community.
Within the community, yeah. So for my career, so I kind of, I was like torn between, like, you know, obviously he helped start me, but there was so much bad press there. It's hard for me to...
And there were other self-made teams coming up, because at that point you had Urban Freeflow and American Parkour, which were all like...
They were the two main, and then you had three as well there.
And three of them were always around, so respect to them for just remaining relevant the whole time. But the others were like a bit more... They weren't ran by the people that did it. They were ran by people...
Like an organiser.
Like an organiser, like a manager. And they... So then, what was the beauty of parkour is you start to see the free runners that were also intelligent enough to start their own teams in a business sense and do it professionally. So you saw that in America and in England as well. And we started Storm, and then we just watched you grow. You moved to Cambridge and trained with Phil. Yeah. That was it. You did Long Hair Big Chief.
Yeah.
That's got what, 3-4 million views now?
Yeah, about 3.5.
Did you? As you started that, did you help like direct that as well?
Yeah. So like what happened was we had this kind of discussion with Scott Bass, who's the guy that filmed it. Me and Phil, and we were like talking about how like all his videos and stuff, like he's only ever focusing on the camera side of it, which is like understandable. He's a cinematographer. That's what he's gonna do. Yeah. And we were like, we just want to make a video that shows the movement as the movement.
Clean,
so
no
it's like
cuts.
no fancy
take.
cuts, no fancy angles, like showing the movement as it is.
And that shows in the view count. Like if you do it like that, that's what people want to see.
So we shot it over a period of like, I think it was like 2 months maybe. I don't know. Like,
did you have the song beforehand?
Yeah, we always had the song. Like Phil found this song and we just thought it was hilarious. So we're like, we're gonna use that.
Called Professor Long Hair Big Chief. Or is it by?
The artist is called Professor Long Hair.
And the song's called Big Chief.
The song's Big Chief, yeah. So yeah, we had the song, and then we shot it.
People think that you're.
Yeah, this is like some weird thing.
Long Hair and Phil's Big Chief, or the other way around. Is that it?
It's not really. It's just the song.
Yeah.
And then
people think
people think that. Yeah. But it kind of makes sense, I guess, almost. Yeah. But it's just the name of the song. So we shot that over like.
Can we be Professor Long Hair Big Chief?
You can be King Shieff.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
I'm not Professor Longhair though.
Okay, so.
I'm Wheezy, remember?
Wheezy baby. Yeah. So then the video went on, and Ashton Kutcher tweeted it. Right?
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher tweeted it.
That boomed up the views.
Yeah.
Like that made it.
I don't know if that made that much difference actually. Like it definitely did make some difference.
It went from like 300,000 to 1.2 million or something.
No, it didn't. It went up from like a few 100,000, but that was it. And then it like.
Was it like 0.9
Yeah. No, trust me, like it really didn't. But it must have been seen by somebody, or like it must have boomed.
I think from Yeah. So it was cool to see recognition from someone like him, who was like the main man on Twitter at the time, 6 million followers or something. Acknowledging your video and spreading it, maybe because you had similar hair or something. Yeah. But that was awesome, and that was one of the best videos. Whenever. Like the videos from parkour that really shaped parkour worldwide, that made it established. Like you've obviously got like Jump Britain and like the David Bell commercial, and then you have like there's 3 run videos, that parkour one from years ago, and then there's like Tempest
Brothers Journey, whatever.
Brothers Journey, that was one of them, and then I feel like Storm Freerun was in there, and then Long Hair Big Chief was around the same time, was it? It was
we did Long Hair Big Chief, and then Storm came out just after.
Okay. Yeah. And they were both so different videos, but both quite revolutionary in their own way, because that Long Hair one was just not about the way it's shot, it was all about the action and just clean. Yeah. And deservedly so, it got a lot of views. And then from that, you lived in Cambridge, trained with Phil a lot. Did that really evolve your parkour style? Yeah,
like I moved to Cambridge mainly to move out of my like family's house. So I moved away from my dad to try and like start actually, being independent.
Yeah.
And I saw Cambridge as a good place to go. I went there for like a couple of days. Well, I think it's like 3 or 4 days over my birthday to train, and I was just like, I'm gonna move here, why not? Like just take the plunge. And Phil was just a really good training partner to have at that time, so yeah. And we didn't have as much problem with security in Cambridge as well when I first moved there. It was the ideal place to train. Amazing night missions. Had that tree which is just incredible for like adjusting to a different environment and stuff like that. So it was sweet, That
really helped shape you as an athlete.
I think I had a good base when I moved there.
It was interesting to observe you though from afar, from seeing how sick Phil was coming from Cambridge, that location, and you moved there, and you always had. I remember seeing you move and land years ago at the Marines thing, and I thought you've got good touch. Like you reminded me of Ilabaka a bit with your touch, and to see you then move to Phil's place and be like, wow, I would see the progression up to Long Hair Big Chief coming out, and then you left and moved back to London a bit more recently.
I think it's like as well, that was the first time I ever did any running jumps was in Cambridge for training with Phil. There was never it was never something that crossed my mind to even really try to progress with when I was training by myself in Exeter and things like that. So it was interesting, and also that was when we started to develop techniques as well, like specific for like. And
you'd really think deeply about.
We actually think about what's working and what isn't working, like swinging the leg, driving the knee, things like that. So
that was really cool, and you've got tutorials on that.
Yeah, on Flow, yo.
Check them out. On running precisions and strides, and then you moved to London.
Yeah.
How long after that did we put you in Storm? Do you know you were around for a year or something? Or asked you to be in Storm? I say put you. It was it was a mutual.
It was a request.
Yeah. Probably a year or so.
I don't think it was even a year.
I wasn't even a year.
Nah,
Cool.
It was like 6 months.
Cool. And we just acknowledged how hard working you were, really focused.
Yeah.
Like just wanted to train and progress and make videos. And you'd make your own videos. You'd film your own videos as well, and it was cool.
It's only since I've moved to London that I've actually had a proper career in parkour, like where I haven't had to have like some other part-time job or something.
Oh really?
Like that. Yeah.
Oh cool, man.
Yeah.
It's weird because it takes a lot more of your money living in London, but then you get more.
You get more working from it as well.
Yeah. And you
I
can
think it's just
travel.
like it's that. You know, you put yourself in a situation, you have to adjust to that situation.
Yeah, and life rewards taking chances because it's a
Definitely,
scary thing to do is move to London, and it's
Yeah.
like, and it rewards that, which is it's nice to observe it frequently, you know.
Yeah.
And so since you've been in Storm, what have we done? Have we done much? We've not
As a
filmed
team,
a
not
Vogue
really that
too.
much,
No.
no.
You did that hat video came out recently for the
Yeah.
Storm snapbacks. That was Kai's. I mean, you saw another guy. You saw a video
Yeah, I
before.
saw another video,
But you
yeah.
thought let's apply it to parkour, and we shot that over a couple of days, and we seemed to get nice feedback on that. People seem to like that idea. We did Storm Olympics.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You did a massive jump in that.
Yeah.
At,
Hayward.
Hayward.
Galleries, yeah.
You put out a video, Letters from the Sky, which was really popular.
I wasn't in Storm.
You
at
weren't
that
in
time.
Storm, but that was like a really
Yeah.
like in the community. I think that was the video that established you. I mean, from Long Hair Big Chief to Letters of the Sky was like
Yeah,
it was
like the-
you focused more on the editing and the shooting of that.
Yeah.
And a good soundtrack.
That was just like I had a camera and I originally bought it for photos,
Hmm.
and then because it was like around the time that everybody was buying like DSLRs and stuff like that to film stuff, so I just like I can't be bothered to film because everyone's always filming.
Yeah.
And I got into cinematography a little bit when Will's son came and stayed at mine.
Oh, was that?
Yeah. And then I was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll make a film.
Cool.
I made that Letters from the Sky video.
And then you made another one more recently.
Yeah.
Called
I can't remember what it. Oh, it's
Showreel.
just a show. Really.
Yeah, but that was an amazing
Yeah.
video to see London, which is like one of the meccas of parkour it came from Paris to London pretty much, and then London was the established parkour location for the world at that point.
Yeah.
To see how much we've trained in the same spots, and then you were still doing new stuff that no one had done or thought of before, especially at IMAX, the side flip gap, the Kong precision over the height drop,
Yeah.
running pre-backwards over the big gap, and then to Hayward where you do the diving Kong precision, which I remember Phil talking about. If you did Long Hair
Time
Big Chief
ago,
too,
yeah.
he was on about that, and I was like, no. In my head, I'm like, no way, no way. But then you did it.
Yeah.
You just you manned up. I say manned up. You didn't need to man up. You just were a man, and did that. And the running prees you're doing around there as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's the thing in that video. I try to take it away from the running pre because in the
Letters
that was all I was
yeah.
known for in the Letters from the Sky.
So you
video,
wanted to
like
show
Jesus,
the
it can jump really far, and I was like, I wanted to show that I have other skills as well, like I'm not just somebody that can jump really far.
Yeah, that really good precision and yeah, good power. I don't know, and your power's already started to improve more lately as well. You recently won a competition in Italy.
Oh yeah, the speed one.
He won a speed competition, and I remember saying, I think to my good friend Ed, I think I did, that if there was a speed competition in the world, I think you'd win out of everyone.
Yeah, because you mentioned to me that I was going to kill it before I went, and I was a bit dubious as well.
Yeah.
Because there's like people like Toby and Oscar and other like really strong people there.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah.
But you're so explosive and sprinter build. It's like, and to see it come through like that was really cool. So I'm really hoping that there's more speed competitions, because I think that's where the divide will come now with parkour, free running, whatever you want to call it. Is there'll be the skill rounds, and there'll be people that are more specific, because you see a lot of like the GUP people like Sergio, and then people like Toby, who are way more suited to a speed course than to a impressive, because they can do big parkour movements, but then in the competition they can't quite squeeze in all the flippy, tricky, spinny stuff.
I think for us as well, it's
So
like it's a lot more fun, and
I think it's great to watch.
Yeah, the audience as well. It's a lot easier for them to engage with what's happening
and understand it.
Yeah, to understand
the biggest event in the Olympics is the 100-meter sprint. So if you had that, but with a few obstacles, it's sprint, but then they can understand the motion.
Yeah.
That's going to really start selling some tickets, and that's going to help the sport grow and help make athletes out of the people, because they will do a lot more conditioning and training for it. And you've started doing a bit more conditioning lately.
Yeah. I've just recently started doing those Bulgarian split squats.
Yeah, so they're really good for your jump.
Yeah.
Oh, for you said they're really good for landing.
No, they're really good for your jump, but I've found that it's really helping my landing as well. Like I'm just feeling a lot stronger.
You've recently got a new sponsor.
Yeah, these guys, Multi-Power.
Yeah,
they're pretty sweet. They've given me a nutritionist, and they've given me
cool.
He's also like a bit of a personal trainer as well. So he's like recommending some exercises for me to try.
Cool.
Like stuff that's good for competition, stuff that's good for general training, and things like that.
Cool.
And yeah, it's interesting to see how it's gonna progress. Like I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad, but hopefully all good.
So I think so, man.
Yeah.
We both went to China together.
Yeah.
That was a really good trip.
I was sick with Jason and Mark.
Jason and Mark, that was a great.
So
as 4 people to go, that was a really nice 4.
Yeah. I think that's maybe my favourite trip ever.
I think that's one of my favourite trips ever as well. And we're in the Wudang Mountains where Tai Chi was invented.
Yeah.
It was really peaceful. They shot Karate Kid there, the new one. And there's a competition they built on the river with all the Chinese athletes, and they were such humble, nice guys. What?
Sean.
And Sean, the night was a really nice guy, looked after us.
Yeah.
Our translator, really nice hotel. And you won that competition.
Yeah.
The judges there were like martial artists, and Xiao Bell was there as well.
Yeah.
It was a nice course.
It was a really nice course.
It was tight, really tight, lots of rails. And
Yeah. The judging was like a little bit,
It was funny judging.
Yeah, it's funny judging because there was like, it wasn't, apart from Chow. Oh, there was Chow and then one other Chinese athlete that actually understood what freerunning was. The rest of them were just martial art guys, so they're just like, didn't really have a
There were a lot of 99s going down.
Yeah, there's
from
a
the
lot of 99s.
judges. But it worked out, it was really cool. You took first place.
Yeah.
I took second, so we went back with a couple of trophies for Storm.
Yeah.
You recently started doing photography.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kind of.
So not parkour photography, like.
Well, no. There's a lot of parkour photography as well, but it's like mainly action stuff, like Cloudy. Obviously, I really like the stuff that he does, and I was like really interested in how like light and things like that work. So he managed to persuade me to buy this flash.
Yeah.
I didn't realise flashes were so expensive, man.
Yeah.
Just like really been getting into it, like taking lots of action photos and stuff like that.
Sick.
Like looking at how light works and things. It's just
It's a whole other aspect of the game.
It's another thing. That
on film crews, you have someone that's lighting, and that's all they work on the whole time. They just master that.
And the thing with photography as well, it's like you're trying to tell a story. Like if you're filming, you can show the whole thing. With photography, you have to like try and show the whole thing in a still. So you have to show exactly what's happening.
So much.
And sometimes as well, you use that to your advantage. So you're trying to like make them guess what's happening. So like trying to make them go like, what the hell?
Think for a second.
Yeah. And other times you're like trying to be really clear about what's happening. So it's like interesting, like getting the balance between the two and looking at lighting and colouring and stuff like that as well. So.
And you also play piano, bit of like classical. You played me some Ludwig Einaudi before.
Yeah, I'm like self-taught.
That's
I'm
pretty
playing
sick.
since like 3 years, I think I've been playing now,
Some Amelie and things like that.
Yeah.
Amelie soundtrack. That's really cool. So that's another side to you.
Yeah, I learned that from YouTube, innit?
You learned from YouTube?
Yeah.
Nice, man. You learn anything on there. What's the future for you now? Like, what are you looking to do? More competitions? More photography? Anything? Travel?
I don't know, when I made that Learns from the Sky video, like last year or whatever it was, it was all about, that was when I like had the first realization that, like, you got to get old at one point. Like, there's going to be a peak. So yeah, I just want to still the same purpose. I need to get as good as I can be before I peak, so that when I'm old, I don't like regret and wonder how good I could have been. I want to be as strong physically as I can and mentally as well.
That's
and obviously I want to push the Storm brand as well, but that's for another day.
That's cool, man. As parkour brands grow.
It's all about like community-based brands, so like athletes themselves.
It's not just people coming in and buying, parkour's a new thing, let's give these athletes some clothes. And
you got companies like Take Flight and stuff like that just been on.
Well, they've been in freerunning parkour for a while, so at least it wasn't just a quick in and out. But it's I think it's nicer when you have companies like Farang, and Tempest and Air Whip that are trying to produce their own fit of clothes and logos and stuff.
Exactly. It's like trying to create a style for freerunning as well that's applicable to the rest of the world.
The same way skaters did that. I'm gonna go to some questions now. Put out on Twitter, a tweet and a Facebook. Let's see what people be asking you.
Wait, what's your new Twitter name?
Captain Planet. Pollution down to 0.
Shit.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. We're going to Twitter. Right. I got a question from Chris Blaine Rowett. Boom. Wouldn't mind hearing his views on an online gambling company sponsoring free running comps and the impact it has. You recently took part in the BetSafe. I put it to you, Kie Willis, that you recently took part in the BetSafe, which is a gambling company.
Yeah.
Air Whip Challenge. Do you feel you give up any integrity when you join something like that, or do you think about it before, or do you just go along with everyone else, or what?
I think about it before, and I think the problem, like, I agree, like, gambling's not necessarily a great thing, but, like, you hear all those horror stories about gamblers who have, like, lost their house gambling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's not because they're gambling. They have, like, deep-seated other issues that are relevant to it.
I agree.
I gamble on occasion. I play like poker with friends and stuff like that. Like, it's not a bad
Gambling's
thing.
not the problem, no.
Gambling's not the problem. It's other issues.
It's the addiction, which stems from a different problem in their life.
I think as well, like, those events, like, they're getting the name out there of a gambling company, but they're not promoting gambling as such. They're just making their name.
You can gamble on the athletes.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of fun, just to put a little fiver, like.
Yeah.
The addiction is like you say, it's a deep-seated problem that comes from somewhere else. But if you, I guess it comes from, like, being secure in yourself and loving yourself. You can look at your own life and see if problems arise and you can deal with it. But the odd €10 on Pasha to win a BetSafe comp, I think that's quite fun.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
And you probably don't win much back on that.
I have no problems with that personally.
No, okay. But it's a good question and it's good that you think about it.
Yeah.
It would be nicer if, like, Avocados could sponsor a free run
Definitely, but that would never happen. So.
But no, we'll speak to Haas, see what they're saying. Stan Van Erp, is side flip your favourite move?
No.
People will ask me if handstand is, and it's really not. But it's like, no, yeah.
It's just like a go-to trick that's fucking easy.
Yeah. How do you train for those mind-blowing strides and leaps? Just do them, right? Beforehand.
Yeah.
Find progressions?
Yeah, it's just like, I've done smaller ones, and then middle ones, and then I'm doing the ones that I'm doing now.
I'm short-sighted, does that mean I can't do parkour? What should I do?
Well, like, I'm short-sighted. I wear contact lenses at the moment.
There you go.
If you've seen in the old videos, it's me wearing glasses. It looks hot, I know, right? So,
and the beanie, he had a nice beanie.
And the beanie, it's all about the beanie and ponytail combo. Scott Jackson's still repping that. But no, obviously, as long as your eyes aren't, like, horrendously bad, even if they are, I guess you could probably get a blind free runner. There's blind skateboarders. So
there's a guy with one eye? I don't know, there's some, no. How many years are you training? So you said you were 16 when you started.
Yeah, it was like 8.5 years.
Okay. How high do you consider it safe when you're only starting with high drops without rolling? Depends on the person completely.
Yeah.
But
what do you, like, I don't know. It's one of those weird things as well. You have to remember that, like, your muscles grow faster than your tendons do. Like, they get stronger quicker. So that's why you get patella tendonitis and stuff like that. It's because your muscles are too big for your tendons. So you can be, like, feeling strong, like being able to absorb the height drops or whatever, but your tendons aren't able to physically absorb that force, so you have to be careful. So you just need to supplement your training and just be smart. Like, if you don't need to take a height drop, don't take a height drop. Like, I just did them for jokes, man. Like, I don't do them all the time. Like,
Matt Holmes just said motorbike.
Oh yeah, that was when I said, what, should I buy a car or a motorbike?
Okay, but that's actually relevant because you had a motor. How long have you had a motorbike?
I don't know. When did I buy yours off you?
He bought a motorbike off me with a nice little live wire.
Yeah.
But then you sold that and got a bigger, but you did your full license, got a big bike, and you were loving that, weren't you? This summer
my
you were...
Ninja 66R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite
Had
cool.
a sick ride in the summer until like 3 weeks ago. When it got stolen.
Your bike got stolen, so now you're getting some money back. Oh, you did an advert recently for Head and Shoulders. Kept that one quiet, Mr. Dandruff. No. You're
Mr. Dandruff.
No, you're not.
If I'm starting Head and Shoulders, mate, I got no dandruff.
That's true. They needed a clean hair. That's why I found it. But no, so you did an advert for them. That's coming out soon, right?
Comes out in January. It's a year campaign, I think. And
you did a shower scene.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I've only seen the long cut, which is just a full-on action.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
look out for that.
It's pretty rad. But apparently the short version has a shower scene as well. So if you live in the Middle East or Russia or anything like that, you're probably going to see this advert.
Or anywhere with Kai's official YouTube channel, you might see that.
It's not going on my channel. Mate.
No?
It might be on the Head and Shoulders
Storm's channel, maybe. What do you think of Urban Freeflow?
Do they still exist? I thought they just flexed them now, right?
Yeah, it's like easy on the eyes training or something. Have you seen it?
No.
The YouTube channel is like easy on the eyes or something. What do you do besides parkour and free running?
I used to do a bit of skating, but now it's like risky.
Yeah.
My ankles and stuff like that. Like I used to always get into skating.
Piano, you have a
Piano, yeah.
snake.
God, Charlie isn't really something that I do.
How do you psych yourself up for a crazy massive move?
Shit. It's not really like psyching yourself up, it's like, it's convincing.
Calming yourself down.
Yeah, it's calming yourself down. Like, I always like if it's something really scary, I always check my pulse to make sure it's not racing.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's mainly to like, you can use adrenaline to your advantage, but if you like, when you do a move, I don't know if
technical.
you know this. Yeah, if you do like a technical move and you've got adrenaline buzzing after you finish the move, you don't remember what's happened. So
I remember you
don't
prepping
take anything
for
away
the
from it.
Hayward Gallery dive, and you were pretty smart the way you did it. You prepped it a lot, and you were trying to calm yourself down more than anything.
Yeah. You just like, you're rationalising all the situations that are going to happen.
Yeah.
And then like working out if it's worth the risk or whatever.
Yeah.
And just trying to be as mathematical about it as possible and trying to remove the emotional side of yourself from it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's the less rational part of you. So.
Yeah. Shane Sayers with a good question. Does flexibility factor into your reach, or is it mostly power?
I have no flexibility, and I've never trained flexibility.
Mm.
So I personally, I don't know, maybe people like Ben, for example, he's really powerful and really flexible, so it works well for him, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's really built.
But it's not really my thing.
Cool. Who's your most favourite free runner?
You.
Ah.
No, I don't know.
Okay, besides the obvious.
Besides King Shieff.
Realistically though, like when you see a competition lineup and you see this guy's name, who do you like to see? Like, is it Pasha or Jason, or is it like
if it's
Toby or someone?
That's
like
not really like that's a different story completely. It's like if I see a competition lineup and I see like someone interesting, then they're not necessarily my favourite free runner. But if I see Joe, for example, Joe Hugard,
you're excited to see.
I'm fucking excited to see him.
So it's someone like him. And if you see a new video uploaded, who would you like? If you're like, oh man, there's a new video.
There's a lot, man. Like,
name a few. Then.
There's like, there's like Bart.
Yeah, Bart really.
Latvians like Pasha, Slava. Stas, Jason, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's like, that's love.
Yeah.
My mates, man. They're all sick.
Yeah. What's your diet? What's your diet like?
Yeah, it's pretty healthy. Like I have lapses where I'm not so healthy. But no, I don't really worry on my diet so much. Like, I just try and like focus on eating, fairly healthily. But I don't like plan out or anything like that. I try and eat like a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, things like that. I really like avocado.
Yeah.
I use some like multi-power products as well. Like they got this product that keeps you lean, but it's like good for recovery, so it's like high protein.
Okay.
But that's like, I don't use any of their bulking stuff because
but low fat, I guess.
Yeah, it's like really low fat, so it keeps you really lean, helps you heal quick enough.
But
really
you eat
works.
meat and stuff as well.
Yeah, not so much. Like I eat a lot of white meat. I don't really eat much red meat.
Why is that?
But yeah, I used to be a vegetarian.
But why do you not eat red meat?
Because I used to be a vegetarian, so it's like it's difficult for my stomach to handle it.
The red meat, but the white meat like fish and chicken.
Yeah, it's easy for me to digest, and I like the taste of it as well. So.
Cool. Yeah. Callum Powell asks, are you part of that Fast Break sponsorship? Yeah.
I am indeed. Yeah. Fast Break, pretty good brand.
Yeah.
Give me some free bags.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. They're nice small bags for you.
Yeah, like perfect for free runners.
What did they do? Did they help you out?
Yeah, they helped me out.
Photos for them and
do some photos for them. Just like help each other out.
Yeah, and you've been to some events of theirs. So
I went to Bremen in Germany.
That
was the first time I've actually been to Germany as well properly.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool. What trainers do you like the most?
I'm not telling you that because you'll buy them all. I know what you like. You free runner people.
Uggs? Or was it Crocs? That was it, Crocs. You like them. Kai's got a good Instagram. What's that? Instagram, Kai Parkour?
At Kai Parkour.
At Kai Parkour. Twitter
at Kai Parkour.
Kai Parkour.
Yeah.
Facebook, Kai Official Willis.
No.
What is it?
It's just Kie Willis.
And your YouTube, most importantly.
Kai Parkour. Right?
Kai Parkour.
Yeah.
You'll find it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this interview and seen the clips of this man in action throughout, if you didn't know who he was already, but I'm sure you must have done. But anyway, yes, always love from Flow. Hit me up at Timothy Shieff, Twitter, at Timothy Shieff, Instagram, Facebook. I'm about, man. I'm always trying to give some love, but don't just ask me the same old questions that everyone asks me. If you want to get a response, be interesting. Be yourself, most importantly, in everyday life. All right, from me and Kai and Storm Free Run.
Peace.
And vis-a-vis.
Vis-a-vis.
Peace.